What do you do if you have been friendzoned? Friendzoned.
What did you have to drink before the show?
Hi guys.
Welcome back to another show of The Shows.
The Shows. June.
If you're new here, welcome. My name is Abisola and
I'm Seyi, the big Seyi, Mr. Seyi, you know.
And we're content creators on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of the above. So thanks for...
Okay, sorry. I'll be of good behavior from now on. No more. Continue.
Listen. Okay, so actually, you know what? If you guys are new, put your name down and where you're watching from. I would like to welcome you and say hello. So put your name down there and where you are watching from. Okay, so today we have a new topic for you, which is...
It's a very good, sweet topic. What do you do if you have been friendzoned? Friendzoned.
What did you have to drink before the show?
Yo, I think it was that Zobo you gave me.
Oh my god, Okay, so yeah, we're talking about what do you do when you have been friend-zoned or when you are friend-zoning someone. Either way, you're in a friend-zone situationship. How do you navigate around that? And the reason that we're talking about this is that we did an Instagram reel. It was one of our relationship hotlines where we talked about someone asked about being friend-zoned and then we were get out, tell the person. And people were if you tell them, it will go south, blah, 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 it will go wrong. And I'm you know what, maybe we should talk a bit more about this. How exactly do you navigate out of that friend zone?
Okay, I'm sorry, this has been in my head for the past 5 minutes.
What?
I cannot talk about this topic without doing something. Oh baby, you've got what I need. Ooh, but you say I'm just a friend. I'm just a friend. Oh,
you had 10 different tones in that.
Okay. She's not feeling it. I don't understand what to do with this lady.
Yeah, maybe I should have recorded today's video by myself.
Yeah, I bring life.
Oh,
I bring
Lord.
joy. Okay, let's start.
Okay, so topic of the day, being friend zone. I think we should start by saying what is the definition of being friend zone? Is everyone's interpretation of being friend zone the same?
I mean, so it's you like this person, you guys are friends, but then you're starting to catch some feelings for the person, right? And then all of a sudden the person is yeah, no, I don't know, I just see you as my brother in Christ. I just see you as my best friend. I don't want to go down that path,
Yeah. So a lot of people, when you say you're friend zone, it means you're really, really, really close to someone.
Mm-hmm.
And that person sees you as a friend, nothing more. And you see that person as a friend. But then, like you said, you're starting to catch feelings and you're okay, this guy is kind of cool. It would be kind of nice if we date. And vice versa for the girl. For the guys, it's okay, this girl is actually kind of cute, but she just sees me as a friend. How do I tell her that, hey, I like you, let's not just be friends, let's actually go into a relationship?
So I have a fundamental question.
Fundamental, okay.
Can a single guy and a single lady, can they just be friends? No, let's actually think about that really. Can a single guy and a single lady just be friends?
The short answer is yes. The long answer is complicated.
Okay, please break that down.
No. They are friendships.
Okay, well, let's go into the...
To be honest,
so when
there are friendships that are just literally a guy and a girl, and there's really nothing more. A lot of times with this friend zone situation, they talk about their crushes, oh, so and so talked to me yesterday, or my boyfriend did this. They actually talk about their relationships and their romantic relationships with this so-called opposite gender best friend. So there's nothing more to it. They know they're dating other people. They're just friends.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Can a single guy and a single lady be friends for a long time? Just friends, besties for a long time without catching feelings?
Anything is possible. I would say yes.
I don't know.
But everyone is different too.
Here's the thing I'll say.
Would I do that? No.
Here's the thing I'll say. I think the way relationships starts is like you're friends with a person, but then all of a sudden you feel more connected to that person, closer to that person. Your heart starts to beat in sync with that person, and before you know it, you're catching feelings, right? And I'm not saying guys and ladies should not be friends. Oh, by all means, be friends. But I think if you're friends, like just one-on-one friends, after a while, somebody usually will catch feelings, right? Now, I think if you're friends in a group, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're friends one-on-one, you're texting the guy, everything, at some point, because for ladies in general, right, you have that kind of closeness just based on interaction over a long time. Of course, some guys do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then for guys, also the stereotypical thing is like you see a lady, she fine, you like her, but then over time, like it's like, okay, I like the way you think, I like the way you're person, right? And so if she's fine and you like her person and she's your friend, after a while, I feel like thoughts will start to enter your head, especially when all those aunties and uncles are like, "Oh, you guys are always together, so are you dating?" Like, you know what I'm talking about?
You know what I think? I think a lot of these types of friendships or relationships set up is like, even though I think he's a great person and he's a great friend, like there's something about him I just don't like, and I don't want to be married to him because of that. Like for some people, it's like, ew, I know too much about your past. Like, I beg, go, Joe. Like, it's just you. Like, no, thank you. Or some people are just like, like there's just that one thing about them that they're like, I don't like how he dresses. I don't know. I'm giving terrible examples, but it's like, I don't like that guy, because he does this. But he's a cool friend. Like, every other thing is cool. But like, there's that one thing that I'm like, no.
I think the person really has to not be your type, or there has to be some real question mark that will make you never even think down that path. But anyway.
You know how I feel about like being close friends with someone of the opposite gender? Like, to be honest, like, when I make friends of the opposite gender, say I meet them somewhere, networking, whatever, at the end of the day, give me your wife's information. Let us set up play dates with the kids. Let us go out for coffee. But, like, yes, I'll be friends with you, but like, I want to be even more friends with your wife. Like, I want to be closer to your wife than to you, because it's like, and then I'll connect him with my husband. Oh, my husband, here's his phone number. You guys can play soccer together.
Because you don't want to enter trouble.
I don't want wahala. I don't want wahala. It's weird to me. Like, I have male friends, but to be honest, I end up being closer to their spouses than to them, because it's just unnecessary. It just complicates things too much. So yeah, and you know why that started that way for me. Like when I met Seyi, and y'all don't judge me.
I need some tea right here. I need some tea. Oh, okay, continue.
When I met Seyi, please listen to the full story before you start judging me. Actually, maybe I should not say this anymore. Why are you making your face like that? Okay, so when I met him, technically I was in a relationship.
Yay!
And you knew that. So that a lot of times when I say, when I said he was just my friend and I didn't think about him as being more than a friend, that's exactly what it was. Like, I was technically dating someone else. It was a long distance relationship. The guy was in Nigeria, I was in the United States, and that had gone on for like 3 years. I started dating him probably a couple weeks before I left Nigeria.
How old were you then?
I left Nigeria at 18. So
you were like, you started dating him at the age of 18, then about 2-3 weeks you left Nigeria to come study in the United States, and then you were in a long distance relationship for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like when he met me, I mean, we just kind of just chit chat. I told him, there's this guy I'm seeing, he's in Nigeria. And he was like, okay, I'm not ready to be in a relationship anyway. I just kind of got out of one. And I was like, oh, perfect. Like, and me, I wanted a friend. Like, I kind of felt kind of lonely. Aww. And he was just a great person to talk to. So in my head, I'm like, the guy is he's just a friend. He's a cool guy. I tried to link him up with my best friend then, because I'm like, cool guy, cool girl, like y'all will make good, whatever. We don't have to talk about that.
So let me tell you, like from my perspective, right? I saw this girl. The girl was fine. I was like, whoa, I like this girl, right? I mean, yes, truly, I just gotten out of a relationship like, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, and I was like, I just want to be cool, have friends, and all of that. So truly, I mean, I saw her and she was fine, and I was like, okay, I want to be friends with her, right? And so we started. I met her. We really talked, and yeah, as she said, But then the thing was that as we started talking, I got to realize, okay, even though I'm cool friends with this girl, I'm starting to like her a little bit more. And now she's in a relationship, and I can't go and tell her, go end your relationship because I want to be with you, right? So it was a weird situation. I mean, ultimately, I got to learn a little bit more about her relationship. That it was a long distance relationship. She wasn't exactly happy because there were some situations where sometimes, like, she would always call the person, or the person would always call
We
her.
were both broke. Like, I was a student. How was I supposed to be like, now we have WhatsApp, but then WhatsApp was not a thing.
So
like,
you buy calling
you
card.
buy calling card. Those things $10 to talk for like 30 minutes or something. It was so expensive.
Yep.
And I spent like a lot of my money on that was all I spent my money on.
Did the guy ever buy a calling card to call you?
He did, but he also was broke. Like, I mean, he was also a student in Nigeria. Like, students don't make money in Nigeria, so both of us were broke. Yeah. So our relationship was really kind of hanging on a thread. Like, I barely knew him. Like, I could barely tell you much about him because we didn't really talk. Like, communication is really the foundation of any relationship. So
at that point, I felt like maybe I mean, she's in a relationship, true, but maybe it's not the way you say a typical relationship. And so I didn't shy away with my feelings at that point.
I would say that I learned from the process. I don't know that, again, I would say it was a learning experience for me. So because of that experience, like me dating someone, and then I got so close to someone else who I ended up falling in love with, and it was just kind of a very sticky situation to be in. I mean, yes, I did break it off with the first guy before going on with him, but I was already so close to Seyi then. And in my defense, like, it was truly, in my heart of hearts, he's just my friend, and I didn't know when I crossed that barrier of, okay, I kind of like this guy now, just by virtue of me being physically present with him. But my experience, what I learned from that is, Bisola, you can't afford to do this. Like, you can't just be having male friend up and down, say, oh, it's just a friend, and then you start catching feelings. Like, that is dangerous. That is danger zone. So now I meet a guy, it's nice to meet you, I collect your number, I will send it to my husband, he'll be in touch with you. And we all meet up as a group. Like, I can't even imagine, I can't think of a friend that I'm so close to that it's only me and the guy that will meet up. Like, it's just kind of weird. Like, we would all visit together. Like, we plan with you and your wife and me and him, and we go out together. Female friends, yes, I meet up with you, one-on-one, that's fine, but it's unnecessary to be that close to someone. It's actually dangerous. Like, I don't recommend. I actually run away from it. Like, Mommy. Say hi. So yeah, just make friends, but it's unnecessary to get that close to a man as a woman, and vice versa.
Oh, so I just, so I don't seem like the bad guy here, I just want to say something in my defense.
The bad guy.
Nah, I'm serious. I actually came into our friendship as a friend. Yes, I thought you were cool and I thought you looked nice, but I came into it as a friend. But by the time we started talking till 3 a.m. in the morning, we're texting multiple times during the day, gradually my feelings started entering it. And I think that's one thing she's saying, right? Like, even, you can have a guy friend that you don't see as a friend, but if then you're talking to late at night, you're always texting the guy, you guys are doing video call, at some point, how is that any different from a relationship? And that's really where those feelings come in. And that's really what happened with us, where, my feelings came in, but her feelings were there, she wasn't acknowledging it. And at some point I was like, okay, I really do like you, I understand you're in a relationship, this is hard for me because I don't see how I like being friends with you. And we're at the point where, you can say, it's either I pull back and we break this friendship in a sense, because my emotions are there and I can't be falling for you, and you're like, no, well, I like somebody else. So it was like, it's either I pull back and I'm no longer there, or you pull back from your existing relationship and the guy is no longer there, and we have the opportunity to be together, or we say, you know what, we just kind of have to, I don't know, maybe all three options are off. Like, you're not with anybody at all, and me, I just go find my, I don't know, whatever the case might be.
So I think for people who are in this kind of situationships, like they're friend zoned or they've been friend zoned, what is our advice to them? Like, it's already too late. They've already gotten close to someone of the opposite gender. They've already caught feelings. Now, what do they do?
So I'll take my situation as the perfect example, right? I mean, it's great that, she liked me, but even if she did not like me like that, right? It would have been foolish of me to still keep being friends, hoping that she'll eventually figure out that, man, I kind of like this guy, and there's really no relationship, or there's a relationship. It would have been foolish of me to wait for, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. And so initially I wasn't sure what to do. I had to talk to like my brother-in-law for advice. And so he was frank with me that, dude, man, you like this girl. You got to tell her. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to just keep sitting down hoping? Just let her know. And if it doesn't work, then move on. I was scared of her saying no. But I also realized that I didn't want to be in a position where I had a lot of feelings for her, and then I will not be able to move on, right? There maybe if she says no, then I can move on and, catch feelings for someone else again, right? But if I don't tell her, I won't know, and I'll keep hoping for the next X months or year.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people gave the comments that I tried what you guys said. I went to talk to the person. It ended in premium tears. Or other people that have done it in the past are like, I talked to, I expressed my interest in so and so, and yo, man, bad idea. Don't ever do that. And for those kind of people, what would you say?
What was the bad, why did they say bad idea?
I mean, it messed up the friendship that they already had. And I guess it just was very weird. That's my guess, so. But anyway, for those kind of people, what do you say to them?
In my opinion, is it not better for it to be weird between both of you than for it to be weird for one person, and then he now starts dating someone else, and you're like, you feel betrayed. Mm-hmm. But then why do you feel betrayed? Well, you never told him you liked him, or you never told her you liked her, right?
Yeah.
I
don't think that those kinds of friendships are sustainable, to be honest. It's not going to last forever. So I'm not sure what you guys are afraid of. I'm not sure what you guys are like. What is the big deal is my question. Like, you really like the friendship, you really value the person, and so it's like, I value you enough to be able to express how I feel about you. Like, hey, I know this is weird, I know we're just friends, but man, like, I like you, and wanted to see if you feel the same way about me. And if not, that's okay. I just want to set you free. I also want to set my mind free to start seeing someone else, But I think it's an important conversation you have to have sooner than later, so you don't waste your time just waiting and hoping.
The other thing I'll say about that is, in that conversation, it's not just about, I like you, I want to set you free or not. Like, the other thing you need to let the person know is that if the person doesn't feel that way about you, then you have to let that person know that, okay, let's not try talking till 3 a.m. in the morning. Or let's not always be hanging around holding each other like this, because that'll be passing some feelings to me that clearly you don't feel.
And technically, that's like them stringing you along for no reason. Like, why are they doing so much? Why are they being so extra?
No, some people, like, you have some friends that are just clingy, right? And imagine if you were single and they were just clingy. She's remembering one of them.
What?
But imagine if they were single and they are just always holding you like this, and then maybe you were catching feelings, right? Then all of a sudden the person, no, you're just my friend, but you're my good sister.
I can think of that.
So you need to let them know that I'm catching feelings, but you clearly don't see me that way. Let's not talk to each other. Let's not always be wearing the same clothes, doing anko. Let's not always be holding each other like this. Like, let's keep it a bit. Just give me time to get to a place where we can just be friends, and then after that we can continue, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this much, at least based on the DMs I've gotten and a few comments on our post, is that we can continue later. It does not happen. It's like, it's a done deal. But honestly, whether or not you had said something now or later, the relationship is not sustainable, is what we're trying to say. I mean, maybe there's some scenarios that you guys can share with us where you really think that, even when you end up getting married, like, this relationship or this friendship would actually last forever. You can share that kind of scenario so I can reason with it. But
yeah, I think we should not overgeneralize. It is true that the other thing I'll say about it before you talk to the person is, make sure that you really do feel like you really do like that person, and it's not just that, oh, you caught feelings and you're quickly going to jump and say, hey, let's start dating, right? Because I mean, you can see your best friend and you're like, man, you look good, but you're not really thinking too much about it. It's like, wow, you dress nice, let's move on, right? But if it's like, man, you look good, oh, now I want to date you, like, no, that will kill the friendship. Versus, wow, we've been friends for a while. Every time you dress, I like, it's like, whoa, like, and by the way, you do all these little things that really do make a difference to me, and it has made me start liking. Now that's different, right? Than, man, you look good, let's start dating. Like, clearly those friendships are not, may run into challenges. That's what I would say. So the other thing I would say is this: some people also mentioned in the comments that they mentioned it to their friend, and the friend was like, yeah, I like you too, and they actually started dating, and then 9 months later, a year later, they broke off the relationship. So what do you say to that?
That's interesting. I mean, I would think that a solid friendship would be like a good foundation for a healthy relationship. But obviously, there's so many factors. There's so many factors that can lead to a relationship dissolving. Like, it may or may not even be correlated to the fact that you guys were friends before. Like, that probably has nothing to do with anything. You know, relationships end all the time. Like, people have been married for 50 years, somehow just decide that they don't want to be married anymore. So there's so many different factors. But I would say, like, even when you start dating, obviously keep cultivating your friendship, your love, keep working at each other. Like, whatever it is that you were doing that was working as friends, whether it's, man, this guy is always supporting my business, like, you come and help me pick up the food, deliver to my clients, or this girl was always helping me review my work, you know, my edited pictures before I send it to the clients. Like, whatever it is you guys were doing, like, don't take each other for granted and just be like, man, I already have him or I already have her, and it's like, whatever. But again, like, all of the relationship factors, like keeping your emotions at check and understanding each other's love languages and communication, like, all of that still has to come into play regardless of whether you were friends before. In summary, what we're trying to say, I know we used a lot of words. In summary, I think what we're trying to say is, like, when you're friend zoned, ultimately you kind of have to have that mature conversation to say, hey, I like you. Do you feel the same way? I mean, use words that flow better in your relationship. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to get to is that kind of relationship is not sustainable. So it's either, you know, you have that conversation and you realize, you know what, I don't think this would work out because your family is just too much. I don't really get along with your family, or whatever excuse that they come up with, or I just don't see you that way. As much as I respect you as a friend, I don't see you that way. I think it is necessary to either know that and just be free and know that, okay, I can clear my head space of thinking about Mr. John late at night and just now focus on, let me go out and mingle. Or, you know, God bless you both and you end up in a happy relationship and happy marriage. So either way, one of those outcomes has to happen, you know, and maybe you still remain friends. Who knows, in a rare situation, but...
Let me tell you a secret. This is my wife. She doesn't like stress. Anything that will stress her, she'll be like, yeah, take it away from me. And so that's her perspective, right? Free your mind. You don't want to be having all this stress inside your heart. That you see that person that you have a crush on now give another girl a hug. And it's like...
restful?
Yeah. No, you don't want that. So, let it go. Let it go.
Okay, final thing I'm going to say. Someone says, I've heard you guys. I'm going to have this mature conversation. How do I do it?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Practice with me. So you've been I've been friend zoning you for 6 months or whatever. We're close. Like, how do friends greet each other? Like, hey, yo, Seyi, what's up? What's going on?
If I had lady friends, I'll know. But she's like, don't have. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm just joking.
Have your friends, though.
No, I mean, you know, I don't know. I can imagine that.
Talk to me. All this grammar.
Okay, let's say, Abisola, man. There's some things on my mind today that they're stressing me.
What's up?
You sure you want to know? Because honestly, it will stress you too.
Why not now?
Man. Okay. You know, there's this girl I like.
Oh, okay. Where's she from?
Well, so let me explain it this way. I like this girl, right? She's actually a really cool girl, and I don't know, it never started out that way, but gradually I just started liking her.
And you never told me about her.
Don't worry about that. You'll know soon. Like we've been friends for a while, here and there. But I don't know, one way or the other, I've started catching feelings, and man, I don't know how to tell her because a part of me feels like she may not like me that way.
Yo, I'm sorry. Like I feel like I want to say yes to him. I'm so horrible. I'm horrible at this acting because it's like, how do you see someone that you're really close friends with and you don't want to date the person? Like, I don't get it. Like, what is wrong? What could be wrong with the person?
Madam.
Sorry. Character.
We're acting, okay? Yeah, so, I mean...
So am I supposed to say no?
Yeah, supposed to say, tell me more. Like, who is she? What does she look like?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so who is she? What's her name? Like, show me her picture.
I'll show you. Okay, but no, wait. Okay, so I kind of like you and her. I like. Okay, the person's name. Okay, you know what? I'll just come straight, right?
Okay.
So we've been friends for a while, and gradually, like I guess I kind of started liking you a little bit more than friends, and I don't know if you're feeling the same thing.
Yeah. That's interesting.
And wait. Before you continue, right? I'm not trying to put you in any weird position. I know, like, I really appreciate having you as a friend. But I feel like I've been over time I've gotten into this position where our closeness has made me feel a little bit more like you a little bit more than just being a friend. And I mean, once again, I'm not trying to put you in a weird position, but I just want to let you know, like, this is sort of how I've been feeling. Little things like, I don't know, maybe the way we talk till late at night, or the way, if I need help with something, you're like the first person to volunteer. And I know, like, you're being a good friend, right? But I guess for me, that started making me feel like you a lot more. And like a part of me, I really value our friendship, but a part of me kind of hopes it goes somewhere else. And I mean, not to put you in a weird position, because I know it may not be the same for you. But like, if it's not the same for you, I'd appreciate if you let me know, because I think it'll be helpful to us both, at least to know, okay, this is kind of what's going on. And once again, no pressure, right? Because I don't want to make you feel like you have to, like, be in a relationship with me just because I'm liking you and we've been friends for a while. But I don't want you, I just want to know what you think and how you feel. That's all.
Wow. That's interesting. I mean, I appreciate you saying all those sweet words, and yeah, I never really thought about you in that way. So I'll think about it, but probably not. And that's fine. Like, yeah,
I mean, okay. Yeah, no. Okay. And thanks for letting me know, right? Like it's just something that's been on my mind for a long time, and I just wanted to let it out there. Now, of course, as I said, it shouldn't affect our relationship. I know, it's weird I just said that, because for you now, it's going to be like...
we're cool, man.
Acting work. Okay.
We're cool, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
All right.
Are we really? I don't know.
Yeah, it can be a hard conversation to have.
It can be a hard conversation, but I think you get the idea. The key things that I picked out from him is, one, he acknowledged the friendship. Two, he said some things that he liked about, like, the reasons why he has started to see her as more than a friend. One, some physical attributes. Two, the things that they did together. Three, the things that she did for him. And then the last thing that he mentioned is giving her a way out. Like, yes, you express your interest in moving this forward, but also give them a way out. Like, it's okay if you don't feel the same way. It's okay if you want to take some time to think about it and process the information, because I know you've been seeing us as just friends. So that's perfectly understandable. And honestly, it's fine if your answer is no, but I just really wanted to tell you how I feel. And if we're not able to continue this friendship, I completely understand. I just needed to set myself free so I can see other people if that's the case.
Now, let me tell you what you should not do. Don't do this. I think what I was trying to finally tell her, we went out on a date in, like, Baltimore, like, what was it again? Downtown Baltimore. And it wasn't a date per se, it was just like friends hanging out, right? And then when we got there, like, we were taking a stroll, just gisting, and then at some point I was trying to like, come a little closer to her, and she was looking at me like, okay, what are you trying to do? And so it was after that happened that I just had to be like, yo, I like you. But that was weird, right? Because you don't want to make a move and then now that would be worse because that will actually, make the friendship go bad.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, she was already feeling me. And so that just forced the conversation. But imagine if she didn't like me that way and I started making moves on her. She would have been freaked out. Like, it's America. You can call 911 just for a person touching your finger.
When you're saying making moves, people are probably imagining you're taking or flying off your shirt and your pants.
We're outside now.
We're outside outdoors.
We're outside. Like, we bought ice cream, I think.
Something
and then
like
it was
that.
like that. And then at some point I was like, oh, let's go. We were walking across the bridge. She was saying she was scared. I was scared too, but I was a strong guy. I held her like this. And then gradually I was trying to like, okay, hey, like that. And she was like, well, and I noticed her head was moving back like that. Like, okay.
You like that? I don't think that the way you communicate your feelings to someone is by physical closeness. Like, don't start to like kiss the person or take off your clothes. Like, that is just over the top unnecessary. That's not how you tell someone that. I know in movies they start kissing each other like, oh, did I just kiss you? Shut up. Like, so yeah, no, don't do that, please. Okay, we're gonna end this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and share our content. It really does go a long way to encourage us to keep producing this kind of content. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was valuable to you.
Yeah, and if there are other examples, right? Because I know we didn't cover everything and we overgeneralized. If there are more things around being friend zone, put it in the comments, send us a DM. We'd be more than glad to have a conversation.
Yeah. Bye.
I know be your friend, you. Hey, 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 hey. I know be your brother.
Oh.
Hey, hey, hey.
My love friends on me. My love friends on me. I said make you call my phone. You didn't call me a brother.